Over the past 4 years on this YouTube channel, I've recreated over 100 hit songs that have been charting on the radio and sharing music production tips and techniques with you. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 top takeaways that I've learned from recreating all these songs. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ill Factor from beatacademy.com. Now, I've been producing music for a living for the past almost 20 years now. And throughout the ups and downs of my career, I have had the privilege of working with some of today's biggest artists, as well as create a platform that allows me to spend a lot of my time lately in mentoring and providing professional guidance and helping those take their next step with producing their own music. And that's why I created beatacademy.com, so that I can have that as a resource that I can use as a way for me to really come alongside those who have a passion for producing music and help them accomplish their goals. So when I started this YouTube channel, I just wanted to have a way to kind of just introduce myself to the world so that then I can go ahead and direct them over to what I'm doing at Beat Academy. And so I originally did not start off in intending to remake songs that were popular on the radio. But then as I started creating Beat Academy, I started getting more and more members telling me, hey, I'm hearing this sound, or I'm hearing this type of thing happen in this song. How would I go about recreating it? So as a way to really provide value to the members, I started creating these breakdown videos. And then that led to, hey, well, let me just start doing this on my YouTube channel. And that was the idea behind all the remix that you can find on this channel. Now, many of the different songs that I've broken down cover a wide range of genres and artists, such as Dua Lipa, The Weeknd, 21 Pilots, Tame Impala, MGMT. I mean, there's been so many different styles and many different songs. But yet there have been maybe about 3 major takeaways that I'd have really been common throughout all of these breakdowns that I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, before I share with you the takeaways that I've gotten from recreating these songs, I also want to remind you that I've compiled the majority of these recreated sessions into an easy, accessible download link. And you could watch some of those videos so that you can follow along, or just utilize all the sounds that are included in those sessions. And they are really just a great way to learn and level up your skill set as a music producer. So visit beatacademy.com/pack or click the link below in the description box to download all of the sessions that you might find on this channel. Now, the first major takeaway from recreating all of these songs has been song is key. More importantly, the song structure overall is an essential part of the production. And it's not to say that the production itself isn't valid, but what I'm getting at is you're not hearing on the radio or just popular songs with just random 8-bar loop ideas just being clumped together. It's like, oh, this is a cool vibe. Oh, here's another cool vibe, and here's another cool vibe. Just glue it all together and see if that works. No, the production itself leads way to the overarching song structure. So we have a journey that the production and the song itself is taking the listener on. We have peaks and valleys, transitions, contrast, tension. All those things are present in the production that then present itself well to have the song on top. So you see that the song structure then takes precedence. The song structure is really at the forefront here. Now, with an exception, there are a couple songs where there's a really cool, unique aspect of the production that draws people in, but it's still tethered to the overarching song principle. So what does that mean for you and I? What does that mean? And what I'm trying to get away at here is that it's important that you might have a bunch of really cool vibes. Maybe you've got this really cool drum beat, really cool bass line, overall groove, right? But then you're just throwing this other idea, and then you've got this other idea. They still sound well together, but it just feels like 3 separate ideas that are just being thrown together rather than one overall cohesive idea that is being expressed through a journey. That would be our song structure. Another big takeaway that I've gotten over the years of remaking these songs is sometimes just even the simplicity of producing these ideas and not just going above and beyond with just layering and stacking sounds for the sake of just putting more sounds on there. As a matter of fact, sometimes the harder tracks to produce are the ones that are just really simple. You've got a drum, a bass line groove, and maybe some chords there. But what that does is it gives more breathing room for the melody to be showcased. And that is the most important thing. Some of the biggest charting songs that I've recreated are really some of the most simplistic in their production because they're allowing the melody to carry all the burden, all the weight of getting everyone who's listening's attention. And that I think is a big thing to understand. So as we go about creating and producing our music, especially in our own bedroom studios, and it's a very solitary act, meaning there's not a lot of collaborating happening. And if this is something that you can relate to, we tend to fall into the syndrome of overproducing. Well, I don't know. I can't simply just get away with having a kick and a snap and a bass line. Well, you can if you have an amazing melody on top of that. Who says you can't, right? So if you fall into that category of overproducing your ideas, or maybe you're not even sure if you're overproducing, well, one way to remedy that is collaborating, including others into the process of your production to hold you accountable and to kind of help you steer you in the right direction. Maybe they can spark some ideas for some melodies that you couldn't hear with the idea. And then you can kind of just take a step back and say, all right, that's cool. Let me see what you got before I start to add any more. Now, another takeaway from recreating these popular songs is that stock plugins can go the distance. Now, I purposely, at the very onset of recreating songs, wanted to know, can I accomplish recreating these type of sounds using stock plugins? And so for two reasons, I wanted to A, just do exactly that, but two, give you guys the understanding that you can get these sounds accomplished using the plugins that you have in your DAW. I think there's a big misunderstanding out there thinking that I need to get the latest and greatest plugin. And once I have that plugin, then I will sound pro. And I think, the opposite is absolutely true. If you can master the plugins that you have on hand, if you're a mastery of the tools that are given to you already, then getting an extra plugin would only enhance your workflow, not necessarily give you the false expectation that your workflow would be better. And so that's one thing that I've realized is, man, I get so much mileage from the stock Ableton Live plugins or the stock, I've also done breakdowns in Studio One, in Logic and GarageBand. And so just even using the stock plugins at hand and understanding how to manipulate them to the fullest and sometimes just being stuck with stock plugins can force you to really be creative in how you approach your music production. I think that's something that we tend to overlook for the sake of shiny, new shiny toys and be like, okay, that plugin's for sale. Now, there are certain great plugins that I do love using, and from time to time I utilize them and implement them, but they're more of a specific taste decision or a preference decision, but it's not necessarily a principle that you need this plugin to get that specific sound accomplished or created. So yeah, I think maybe 90% of the videos that I've done, I've used maybe all like stock synth plugins, stock sounds, it's definitely stock plugins in shaping the overall tone of these sounds. So if you're sleeping on your stock plugins, I would advise you to wake up a little bit, utilize them, and really those stock plugins can absolutely go the distance. Now, here's a side note. Due to the nature of recreating these songs and putting them out there on YouTube, YouTube has kind of notified us and slapped us on the wrist saying, hey, copyright strikes on all of these, so you won't be able to fully monetize on the videos. That's okay. I take it as a compliment, meaning that the recreations have actually gotten pretty close to the original, that it would cause YouTube to kind of copyright strike them. And I would say that happens to about 90%, maybe 95% of the recreations. So it is what it is. But as I said, I do it because it's an opportunity to share that content with you, help you with your music production. But I also do it so that you can then one day become a Beat Academy member. And that's where I'm seeing so much growth happen with the membership, because there's a community to hold you accountable with challenges and opportunities present there. There's plenty of resources, things that I can't share on this YouTube channel that I can in Beat Academy, resources there to help you grow as an artist and music producer. And as I mentioned, amazing mentorship opportunities, not just with myself, but with other leading industry professionals as well. So If this is something that you're serious about, you want to level up your music production skills, then I would encourage you to visit beatacademy.com and become a Beat Academy member today. So be sure to subscribe and like this video so you can stay up to date with upcoming videos on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.